What is up, y'all? It's your girl Brand New, and I'm back in the building. And this time I am back for a recap of Real Housewives of Potomac. This is season 3, episode 7. So the episode picks up on where they left off last week, and y'all remember that motherfucking Candace was letting Giselle and Charisse have it. Who's in charge of the girls? That motherfucking Candace is in charge of the motherfucking girls, okay? And, yeah, she had got on Giselle about her bejeweled, army fatigue. I thought that Giselle looked pretty. Candace, you need to fix your wig, boo-boo. You be talking about people, but your hair is something about... And you know what? Your shit ain't even a wig. It looked like a wig. That's the bad part about your hair, Candace. So get your shit together. But I was all here for you getting their ass together. The ladies end up getting some more drinks. And then they take a tour of the house and pick out rooms. That motherfucking Karen is bitching already that she has to carry her own bag. She's just like, where's the butler? Karen, baby, you need to carry your own bags, boo-boo. We see Charisse talking to her daughter, Robin talking to her sons, and then we have Giselle and Karen. They, sit down and have a little chat, and Giselle's just like, I'm not feeling dumb cheerleader girl. I don't want to be around her. I'm not being shady, but I just don't want to have nothing to do with her right now. I bet you don't, Giselle, honey. She gathered your ass. Okay, this is where I was confused. There was a lot of backpedaling in this episode. A lot of backpedaling. First, let's get to Karen. Karen is talking with Giselle when Giselle says she doesn't want to be around dumb cheerleader girl, Candace. But then Karen makes a comment stating, well, I don't understand why it went like that on the bus. Then, Karen, you get your ass in your confessional saying that she had every right to read Charisse. So, which one is it? Is it okay that the girl read them? I mean, you with Giselle saying that I don't understand what was all that. It was just left field. And then, I'm confused. Y'all cannot say whatever you want to these young women on this show and think they ain't gonna come for your ass, especially Candace. I hope you bitches learn. Then Karen had mentioned, Candace calling Charisse a geriatric grandmother. That was just rude. And she said it was funny as hell, but, that was a bit much. No, it's not, because Charisse was calling her a little girl. Like I said, you bitches need to learn your lesson. Pick your battles wisely. Y'all should know now not to come up against Candace, okay? Because she ain't with y'all shit. So next we have Candace. She's on the phone with her man, Chris. Letting them know how she done got into it with Charisse and how she had to call her a geriatric grandmother and how Giselle ended up butting into it and telling her to shut the fuck up. And her man is just like, you know what? Stand up for yourself. Don't allow nobody to talk to you any kind of way. And I absolutely agree with Chris. So next we got Ashley and Monique, and they're talking, and they overhear Candace on the phone telling her boyfriend about what happened. And Monique is gonna say to Ashley, oh, well, that's why I was trying to tell her to check that stuff when it happened. Monique, I see what you're saying, but Candace got the girls together, okay? And you don't need to go off on people all the time. Maybe she didn't feel like... Sometimes you're not in the mood to cuss people off, and you're willing to let some shit blow over. But she got they ass together, so I don't get why everybody is... Well, I told her not to say this. Well, I told her. Candace is... It's her job to be Candace. Candace handled them the way that she would. You do what you do the way that you would do. So I kind of felt like Ashley and Monique, they were the main ones telling Candace how to come at these girls. And then all of a sudden when Candace did it, it was like it was a bit too much for them. And it's just like, shut the fuck up, y'all. So, honey, we have Ashley and Giselle and Karen, and Ashley is coming to give somebody their luggage. And then Giselle is like, it's not mine. And Karen is like, it's not mine. And then they make a joke. Karen made a joke, which is weird because she's the one that actually likes Candace. She says that is Candace's mother's bag. I said, y'all ain't shit. Y'all go get enough. Y'all go get enough of fucking with Miss Candace, honey. Okay, so next we got Monique and Candace. They're talking, and Monique is pretty much telling Candace that I want you to, draw the line between wanting to be accepted and I don't understand, you guys, what else she was saying. It was kind of like she was telling her to, don't be going off like that. And she didn't really come out and say it, but that's what I took from it, because she felt like if Candace kept going off on the girl, she could be isolated and maybe they wouldn't want her to come around anymore. But this is the thing, Monique. I see what you're saying, but they start shit with Candace. They started their shit with Candace first. And she pretty much just finished it and let them know, hey, you're going to watch how you come at me. And just because I'm telling you guys what the situation is with my mother and what she pays for, that doesn't mean that you use it against me and make fun of me. And a lot of older women are like that. Not just the bitches on this show, just in real life. I know because I went through it myself. Not in a situation like this, though, where my mother was doing everything for me. It was just more or less a situation of, you get to know people and you say certain things about your life and they take stuff and use it against you. And, well, I couldn't believe you would do that. And they're just so up in arms about how you do things. And that's how I can relate to Candace. She went off because she felt like it ain't none of y'all business how I live my life, what my mother paid for. So Monique, you sitting up here giving her this advice for what? You backpedaling. You told her to get these girls together. And they actually showed you to be a liar, Monique, because they showed you getting her all hyped up. Now you telling her to calm down and kind of watch what she say. I mean, bitch, which one is it? And do you have a drinking problem? Because you start not to remember your lies. Okay, so there's a little scene with Giselle where she is, it looks like I thought Sherman was calling her, but it looked like maybe she was calling him. Now that I've watched this again, Giselle is stating that it's weird that she has not talked to Sherman. Normally they talk every hour on the hour. Their communication is pretty good. We know from last week she said that things were weird. And y'all remember that motherfucking Sherman, his ugly ass, wouldn't even say I love you. Giselle, you are a beautiful woman. I would kick him to the curb. I think you are going to wait on doing that because you feel he got money and he's secure and he's dark and, that's what you like. But there's other dark-skinned, handsome looks. Pay attention to that part. Handsome men out there. I would not be putting up with Sherman's shit. I'm one of them chicks. You act funny with me. You act like you can't return my calls. I'm not calling you no more. We're done. You know what I'm saying? So I don't know what's going on with Giselle and her love life where she can't, I don't want to say keep a man's interest, but I don't understand, like, it seemed like she just got with him, so I'm not understanding why there are all these problems already. So next we got Giselle and Robin. Giselle got on this badass little catsuit. She looked so motherfucking nice. Robin looked nice as well. They end up talking about Monique and her being drunk. Giselle had made a joke or something that Monique was drunk, and she ain't drunk, right now, but she made it look like she's drunk. And they talked about the accident that she got in, and Robin thought it was suspect, that she got into this accident and had been drinking. And then Giselle was like, yeah, and she woke up in a ditch. I don't think she said she woke up in a ditch. These women are messy. They're always adding shit to the story to sensationalize the bullshit. It's just ridiculous. But, now they're acting all concerned about Monique's drinking. And Robin, you don't even have a committed man at home and you all in somebody's business. Giselle, your man ain't even talking to you. So y'all sitting up here worried about what her drinking situation is and y'all can't even have a man at home. Y'all shit is not even right in y'all relationship. So y'all need to take care of home first. Stop worrying about this child and this drinking. Y'all leave the drinking to me. Let me speculate on the drinking, okay? Okay, so next we have all the ladies are at dinner and Ashley is texting like a motherfucker. I'm like, what the fuck is going on? Who is she texting? Everybody ordering their food. And Karen is trying to get a hold of Ashley. She's like, Ashley, what dessert is that I'm ordering? And like Ashley ignored her. She's steady on her phone and turns out she's texting her mother. So Ashley shares with us that begging ass mammy of hers is still begging for more money. Ashley, you gotta cut her off, babe. This isn't even a thought anymore. You don't even have time to think about it. You have to let your mom go. She is going to be the reason for your downfall. Michael might end up putting your ass out and you may end up homeless your damn self. I wouldn't, and I've heard a lot of different reviews and they say, well, Ashley should just give her mother her money and don't give her shit. Make that bitch, you're going to have to put her in a situation where she depends upon herself. Because if she knows that she can use you as a crutch, Ashley, then that's what she will use you as. You are just a money machine. And I'm looking at this relationship. At first it was like, oh, well, her mother really loves her. But no, like Giselle said, what kind of mother would put her daughter in this type of situation? And that is a mother that is emotionally unavailable. That is a mother that is narcissistic. These type of mothers are real, you guys. They neglect their kids. They have their kids, but they neglect them for men. And Ashley already told us that story about how, her mother would always neglect her for one of her boyfriends. And Ashley, you're grown now and she's still doing it. She's still choosing this man over you and your needs. She should be asking her man for money. I have a problem with bitches that will ask their kids for money, but not the nigga that they spread their motherfucking legs to. That's a problem. So you need to cut that bitch off now. And don't give me that shit about, oh, well, that's my mother. And she is just a woman that happens to be your motherfucking mother, okay? She don't care about you. She care about getting that coin from you. Yep, so Ashley has shared with the girls that her mother was gonna be, put out or something, like she has to move. And I guess that's why she's asking for the extra money. Let her ass go live in a damn tent with that damn man, since that's where she found him from. And all the girls at the table, they're pretty much in agreement. And Ashley let them know that Michael gave her an ultimatum. Either cut your mother off or I can't stay married to you. And you can't blame him, You cannot sit up here and take care of motherfuckers that's not trying to help themselves. So that's the end of that. So we got Candace at the table stating that her mom is calling and, she said that Ashley's situation is really hitting home because, she's thinking about her own relationship with her mother and how there aren't any boundaries really set. And she doesn't want her and Chris to get into it, because she has not set those boundaries. And Candace, you got to get on it. You know what I'm saying? I'm going to say this to you, Candace, because I think that you kind of brag about the things that your mother does for you, and it's good that she helps you out. But at the end of the day, if you're not doing those things for yourself as a grown woman, she's not going to respect you. She's going to keep treating you like a kid. She's going to be popping up whenever she feel like it. I mean, I know all about this. You know what I'm saying? I'm not talking out of the side of my ass. I've had it done to me. You know, people get to helping you. And in my situation, my mother wasn't doing everything for me. Not like this at all. It was just little shit. And it was just the shit, honestly, she was supposed to do as a mother. But Candace, your situation, there are no boundaries. So you sitting up here talking about you need to work on that, bitch. It's too late now. Shit, you need to hurry up and get to it. That's going to be an issue for you. I can already tell you how your marriage is going to play out. You're going to be sitting over there looking like Ashley, okay? These men don't want to deal with y'all crazy ass mammies. And get your mama a man. Shit, a little bit of dick keeps a woman busy, okay? It really does. Y'all, what is up with this food they was serving? I don't see no chicken wings, no mashed potatoes, gravy, no mac and cheese, no greens, no green beans, no corn on the cob, biscuits, dinner rolls, you know, the shit that I would want to eat. Even a nice chicken salad. Did not see it. I was not interested in this food. Some of the shit looked like it was burnt. It looked like a struggle plate. Looked like they just put some shit out of a canned good onto the plate. I wouldn't eat none of this food. So Ashley tells the girls at dinner that some of them tomorrow will be broken up into two groups. Some of them will be going fishing, and then some of them will be doing the pigeon shooting. And then they're going to have like an obstacle course as well. So after she say that, honey, Miss Karen, honey, the grande dame, says that I've been harboring some feelings, and I just feel like, you know, real friends, they don't come at each other about their issues. And you guys already know she's talking about Ray and how the women have, like Giselle has always said shit about him, and Sharice calling him Uncle Ben, you know, just saying these shady ass comments about her man. So Giselle says in her confessional, you know what, I invited all these women out to my little book reading, and that was where we were supposed to hash out all these issues. And she's just like, I don't know why Karen is bringing this shit up now. And I was in agreement with Giselle. I get Karen want to set these bitches straight. But I thought they was here on the trip to, you know, be on some relaxed type shit. So I don't know. Karen says, I got to get you girls together, honey. Karen told Giselle and Sharice, I don't touch your husbands. You know, I don't say shit about y'all men. And, you know, I feel like y'all owe him a motherfucking apology. And Sharice and Giselle admitted to it, and you know, they said they have no problem with apologizing. So then Robin is just like, well, what are they apologizing for? You know, calling him Uncle Ben, what, the t-shirt? And then Karen's like, don't do it, Robin. You don't even need to say it. You don't need to, why the fuck you need to keep echoing it? And it's just like, Robin, you see Karen is upset about this issue. You know what I'm saying? And Karen got Robin's ass together like, I was talking to Giselle and Sharice. This has nothing to do with you. They tell Karen to calm down and keep her voice down. And she tells Robin in a whisper, shut the fuck up. That motherfucking Karen told Robin, you need to grow up and get your own panties. And that is a read. I agree with Karen. Robin, shut the fuck up. She wasn't talking to you. Worry about Juan and them badass baby's kids you got at home, bitch. Robin kills me, you guys, because Robin in her confessional talking about how Karen is really losing it right now. First off, Robin, people warn you and you don't listen. She told you, when you saw Karen getting upset, that was the little message, bitch, that you should have received, where you should have been quiet and not in the business. She was talking to Giselle and Sharice. You dipped your ass in what they were talking about. You know what I'm saying? She told you she was not talking to you. She didn't want you stating what she was talking about, like making comments about her husband. Then you still went on to say, what, Uncle Ben? And you play dumb, Robin, but you don't want nobody talking about your fucking man. You be damn near about to fight motherfucking Ashley for the shit that she say. So you know that it's hurtful. You know what Karen is saying. You've been through that shit with Juan. So you got a problem with that. So why you can't respect where Karen is coming from? And then here go, right. Well, I was just asking a question. Robin, you full of shit. Okay, so Karen, she calls Robin a dizzy bitch. And Robin is a dizzy bitch, So Giselle gets on Karen. Well, Karen, I think you should apologize. You shouldn't be calling her a bitch. And then she apologized, to Robin. She was like, well, I apologize for calling you a bitch. I'll leave the dizzy in there, though. I was like, Karen, you shady as hell. Then she fully apologized again to Robin. I said, Karen, you are a motherfucking fool. I honestly, you guys think that Karen just apologized just to apologize. I don't think she was sorry to Robin, because she feel like Robin is the instigator and Robin is the one that, she opened up to about Ray, and all Robin did was run and tell these girls everything that what they talked about. So next we see the ladies kind of having a nightcap with each other. They are in the a pool or jacuzzi, and they're drinking. Monique is having her little cigar, honey. They're having a good time trying to get Karen in the water. Karen ends up getting in the water, and she says, I don't mind having fun with these girls as long as they are respectful to me. We can have a good time. Okay, so it's the next day, and all the ladies are doing their makeup, having smoothies, having a little breakfast, and, we got Candace and Monique chatting it up. Monique says that she has whiplash from after that car accident she was in, but she says she thanks God that that's all she walked away from the car accident with, because things could have ended up being a lot worse. So next we see Giselle and Monique and them are fishing, and Candace and Robin and them are shooting a gun at the pigeons, and they're all kind of scared, but they're having fun and having having fun doing what they're doing. Something was weird was Robin. She stated that she liked Candace, and she was like, I know Giselle doesn't like her, but I really like her a lot. And I'm just looking like, Robin, you can like whoever you want to like. You don't even need to mention Giselle. If you feeling Candace, then you feeling her. Like Karen said, get your own panties, bitch. Okay, so next we got Karen, Charisse, Monique, and Giselle. They are all, look like eating some lunch in the middle of the day. And Giselle ends up bringing up apologizing to Ray again, to Karen, do you really want me to do it? And does he even really care? And Karen was like, well, whether he cares or not, you still owe him an apology. So then Charisse and Karen are all giddy, and I'm kind of side-eyeing that, like, what the fuck is going on? I thought you bitches were enemies. But Charisse is all over Karen, talking about they was up all night drinking and talking, and Karen told her a lot of her personal business. And then Charisse spills the beans that Karen said she was gonna hook Charisse up with Blue Eyes, which is Karen's driver. Y'all know the one Karen is accused of having an extramarital affair with, so then Karen denies it, saying, I never said that, and he's married. And I'm just like, oh Lord. So next we got Giselle coming at Karen about Blue Eyes. She says that Ashley has been going around telling people that Karen and Blue Eyes, they got something going on, because Ashley's stepson saw them together at Oz, all cozied up in a compromising position. And Karen is just like, listen, he's just my driver. These girls, they like to lie and sensationalize bullshit. And, they need to really mind their business and let that shit go. Stop making up all these stories. Karen agrees to talk to Ashley about, spreading all these rumors and shit, because she don't appreciate it. So next we see the ladies doing this ropes course. I mainly see Candace, Robin, and Ashley, and Monique doing it. And that motherfucker Giselle and Karen are on like a kiddie little course. They said they ain't participating, honey. I don't blame them. I was scared as hell when I saw Karen shaking like that. I'm like, Karen, get your old ass down from there, girl. Next, we have this little scene with Ashley and Robin, and, you know, they're both doing a little ropes course together, and Robin says that it's been nice for her and Ashley to spend time together these past couple of days. She feels bad that Ashley is going through the things she's going through with Michael as far as their finances, because y'all know that Robin can relate to the financial distress in a marriage. So she feels bad for her about that. And she says that hopefully, you know, they can both be friends in the future. And I was shocked because I thought Robin would be a straight bitch towards Ashley this whole fucking season. Okay, so after all of the, you know, the shit that the ladies did out in nature, you know, they are back at the house and everybody's getting ready to have dinner. I see Candace take a lot of sips of her motherfucking liquor she had. It was like, Candace said, bitch, I'm gonna have to be drunk if I'm gonna be around these girls, honey. We got Ashley talking to Michael, Giselle, and Robin. They're dancing, you know, getting all pumped up for dinner. So Giselle mentions that, you know, she had a good time, you know, catching fish today and, you know, spending time with the girls. Everything was fun. Then Ashley said, well, I imagine you guys didn't talk very much. And Karen was like, well, we talked about Giselle, we talked about Robin, we talked about Candace, we talked about everybody. So Candace was just like, well, what was the general consensus about me? And then Monique says, you know, you were very reserved at first, and then all of a sudden you was, you know, cussing all the girls out. Then Monique says, well, you know, that could be taken the wrong way, and that's not what I wanted for, you know, for you. So Ashley is looking at Monique like, you was the main one telling her to get all up in the girls' faces if they talk shit to you, and now you hanging her out to dry. Like, what's going on? And then Ashley mentions to the girls, well, I think that Candace took our advice, Monique. You know, I think she really took advantage of what we were telling her. Then Ashley mentioned that there was a lot of thick tension when Candace got on the bus. So yeah, that was the first lie that they caught Monique in, because they showed Monique getting Candace all riled up, talking about what she would do with the girls. Then Candace brought up to Monique that maybe you thought that maybe Candace and Charisse was having issues because Charisse may be jealous that Candace and Monique are becoming cool, and then Monique lied about that. They showed the clip for that, and Monique was just like, well, when I said that, I was just playing, you know, and all the girls looking at her crazy. And then Giselle is like, well, are you backpedaling now? Like, it looked like you backpedaling. So they get off into this whole thing with Candace, you know, tells Monique about the thing with Charisse about, oh, how, you know, Charisse was having a bitch moment. And Monique, I didn't understand why you get in front of these girls and now you're going against Candace. Like, I'm kind of with the girls. Do you have a drinking problem? Like, what the fuck is your problem? It's like you forgetting the shit that you say. But anyways, Candace was like, I was just joking when I said that. And Charisse is the one that took that a certain type of way. She apologized for calling Charisse a geriatric grandmother. And then Charisse, you know, says, yeah, because clearly I'm not. And Candace was like, and I'm not a little girl either, you know. So they pretty much squashed that. So Robin as takes it up on herself to, after they didn't squash some shit, brings up to Monique, well, I just want to check in with you, make sure you're okay, because Ashley told us, Ashley eyes get all big, that you had 4 martinis before that crash that you got into. So basically they all get on Monique about not drinking and driving, and Ashley is just like, well, she definitely had 3 drinks, and it's just like, I agree with them though. I don't feel like you should drink and drive. Monique keeps saying that she was just tired. And, she ends up telling the girl she's still working to get a nanny, and she has all this other stuff on her plate. And Monique, you just need to take some of that stuff off of your plate. Do I believe she was drunk? I don't think she was. Sometimes, only us as people, we know our limits. She says she could drink about 5 of them motherfuckers before she's fucked up. A lot of people have high tolerance. She probably was tired, and that mixed with the liquor is probably what happened with the accident. So, they just warn her about that. We find out Karen has had a DUI in the past. And, Karen's just like, they don't play that shit in Maryland. Giselle was like, you want to watch that just in case a cop could have came up and you probably wouldn't have passed the little alcohol test they gave you. So, you just be careful. So then they get on Karen about Blue Eyes and how have they ever been physical, and Ashley's asking Karen that. Ashley, why you do that? Because then Karen flipped it and was like, Ashley, has Michael been physical with that man in London? And Ashley was like, my husband has never slept with no man, and I don't know why you bringing that up, and every time I bring up this situation, you always want to go there with my husband. That's how it is, Ashley. You can't talk about nobody's husband, bitch, and think they ain't gonna come for yours, especially how yours get down, Ashley. And they show all these like media pictures and Famous of Ashley's man being naked or some man naked. I don't know who, child, but they got the T on Michael and this man. I guess the man came forward saying he was messing with Ashley's husband. It's just crazy. Okay, so the episode ends with Cherie said to Karen, last night while we was having our cocktails, you mentioned that Ray asked you for a divorce. Everybody's eyes get all big and, they leave us right there with this little cliffhanger. So, you know what? This season so far, you guys, is really good. This show is really giving me my life instead of that boring ass shit that I could barely get through last year. It was like I was at a fucking baseball game watching the paint dry. But y'all giving me my life this year. That is my recap of Real Housewives of Potomac. Don't forget to like, comment, and subscribe. It's your girl Brand New, and I am out.